you all. It is taking me a lot of courage to get there and even come through these videos with you, but I'm gonna title this here um, wrap up slash TBR, and also the featured book that I'm gonna go ahead on and doing this one review. So this year I'm gonna try to still get it under 10 minutes, the review. But let me first speak about wrapping up. I finally wrapped up on this book here, and so I'm going to do a review on this video here. I don't think it'll hurt anything. You Can't Hold a Good Woman Down by Alice Walker. This book here is definitely a book that I would recommend to every black adolescent. No, I'm going to say teenager. Male and female. This here gives the stories of how, women and ladies and just the, what you call it, the XY chromosome. I'm trying to use something besides using female. How they get into the feminist movement. It gives you a lot of the stories. This is something definitely, giving you all a tad bit. Maybe the straight, maybe it's a straight cut, straight bow. It really reveals some characters, even of myself. Maybe some feminist beliefs. I mean, all of us have feminist beliefs, like we support being this extra independent woman more than maybe we should do, and sometimes can over tow truck us really having relationships with our the black males in our race. And then also it can also still have to where we get so high up independent that we still attract a dependence, a maggot. So I would recommend every adolescent, male or female, to definitely read this. XX or XY, to definitely read this here. The character that I resonate the most with is Irene. I resonate so much with that character. This one here has the most honor in the whole book. There is a story about a woman. She take care of this guy, and I'm sure it probably was maybe a lighter version, bearable. But then you think about some people that your own self that similarly live like that, and you're like, oh, no. They have a story about abortion up in here, and I don't even remember it. I know they had a story about abortion, but I don't remember details of it, tell you anything about it. So, there are a lot of important stories. And definitely in our community, we need to definitely get rid of this. Don't depend on a man. Don't depend on a bad man. That's the message I'm going to say. And until you read this book, or if you've read this book, we could further discuss. But if you haven't, I would suggest you read it, and something I'm sure you'll be like, okay, you will understand. Don't depend on a bad loser or maggot man. Now, maggot can kind of be an opinion, and I believe a lot of times it has also, when a woman has become so independent and the kind of males that she attracts in her life, she kind of develops a male son in that version also. And I'm just not for that. But it definitely opens us up a lot about how a person can get led. Another person that Sarah has an honorary story up in here too. That is a must read. But definitely, this is every adolescent. This is what after school programs, the after school, the neighborhood aunts and uncles, this is what they need to definitely be referring to the adolescents in the community and amongst to their sibling children, the great grandparents too. I don't know if they know about this here, but some great grandparents are like 50 years old. But I definitely would recommend this book here. Matter of fact, I want to give this book here to some. You definitely need to read this here before they become grown. As I've spoken many times on the State of Black Parents show that I've hosted, you go into the archives. We should not be waiting until our children get 16 years old and then trying to rush them to be responsible and about adulthood and everything like that. And so many people are shocked about how their daughters end up, in different feminist strands. And even myself, I cloudily and sneakily have been in, had this independent, mainly the independent woman. I do it by myself. I know you can't depend on females, and I know females can be messy. I know that, and at the same time, it was like, well, if most of these males, they're not going to be secure and fend me as what, the best they could, and they want me to be blessed and highly favored with them while they being a traitor, I just will be independent. And in this book here, I definitely, I'm not gonna do the rating system of books. I'm just gonna say, because everybody's gonna rate a book different depending on how they feel and their beliefs. So I'm not gonna do a star system on any other videos. But this was a good book, I will tell you that. The to be read, I am wrapping up on this book here. This book here is it's very Christian, so it has to be taken as a parallel. And of course, you know how with Christian stuff that be written, when you're black and you follow that stuff too hard, gloominess. So I definitely will be doing an individual note take and review on this here later on. Hopefully within 2 weeks I will finish this book here. I am on the hopefully I will do it in a few days, but I have like a very small amount of chapters that I should be able to read in a day. But you know how my schedule is, you know what the name of the channel is, okay? But this book here is an interesting book. It's a parable. I would recommend this book here for someone that is 19 and over. Not as soon as they get 18, but once they're 19 and over, once they should be, didn't have a job, they didn't got experience of college, and they really can go back in life and compare, okay, this is who I'm meeting now, and this is who, definitely, but I will give a more in-depth later on this book. Once I finish with that book, I am going to TBR this book by Toya Wright. Now, the reason why I was chose to do this book here, they're from my native state, the Bayou State, and also she is aqua sign. So definitely, I want to see more in depth, and a lot of people have gave like. They said the book was like she wasn't using big words. They claimed that it was kind of boring. I want to really check it out for myself, because I see some of the titles, and this don't look like nothing that could be boring, because they're talking about, well, we know she was a teen mom, but she's also speaking about drugs and alcohol and domestic violence, and I'm not aware of her and Lil Wayne having any domestic violence. I see Lil Wayne being more of a severe dog. Like, what animal is more severe than a dog? I don't know. Maybe, he take care of his children. I'm going to give a compliment to that, but let's use the word roach, because roaches loosely just make children and just carelessly, just like you don't have no thought, okay, well, this is unsanitary, But that could be an extreme, like, oh, you went there, yes. But I want, this will be the next one I read once I finish up this book here. And I am not going to, if you review the other videos on the channel, I have an extra tight disrupted schedule. I'm not going to go in details about it, and do not call and ask me anything about it. Anything you check out, the project I have contributed to in parable, parallel, whatever, composition, hashtag puzzle rides book, hashtag mystery transport. It is, the details is on the video booktube newbie. So this is what I have. In my next video, what are the next videos I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be doing some other videos on social matters that are going to be more in, they may be more in depth, but it's going to just be speaking socially and blogly. Not, and I'm not going to speak just about myself, because a matter that happened is just not just happening to thyself, or just, it just becomes a concern when it's thee or everybody. It's not like that, and that's why we always getting stuff taken away from us, gentrify everything, because we wait till stuff happen to us. I'm speaking extra deep, but I'm going to end this video here. Yes, I am. I am going to end this video, and you all check the other videos. Definitely subscribe, and when you subscribe, of course, I only want the well wishers, the well staters, to get there and subscribe, of course. Press that bell. It used to be a wheel, but press that bell. It'll send you a notification. Also, reply. I engage. Now, I need someone to definitely help me out. This video is going into 12 minutes, but it'll be in a few seconds. I'll be ending it. I definitely, tell me, how do I get there when they say you gotta approve someone comments and it don't work? Do I gotta go in a different browser? Like, what happened? I'm gonna try it so I can definitely have more engagement. I am engaging the best I could, but it's not letting me reply. Like, I like your video, so if I like with your comment, I plan on having it to where it can show and reply possibly to you. I'm going to work on it, and I may get it before someone reply, but definitely share this video also. So definitely TTYL.